What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking back in on Odd Realm. I haven't played this game since early 2019, so I figured it's time. The game has had like a full Steam release since then. It's come out in early access. So I figured it was about time for us to pop back in and see what the game had on offer. If you've never played this game before, it's like RimWorld. It's a little colony simulator, although I think it probably has more in common with like Nomoria. It's a little bit more hardcore than RimWorld, I guess. Not in terms of like the subject matter, but in terms of like the building projects and everything else. It's no sweat off of your nose. I don't know if your nose is sweat. I have a very sweaty nasal passage. Anyways, no sweat off your nose if you build like a building with floors or whatever in RimWorld. Like that usually happens very, very quickly. In this game, assembling like your little society is going to take time. So let's go ahead and dive on in. It's going to be a game that has a lot of options that I think other games don't have as well. And as you can see, a lot of them haven't been implemented yet because, you know, the game's in early access, but we have access to humans, and we have access to ancients as of right now. That's right, in this game, you can actually play the living dead. You can have, like, a lich society where they don't eat food, and they don't do anything like that. They don't sleep. Instead, they have to, like, recharge next to basically, like, this Eldritch battery every X amount of time. And we tried that out the last time we played the game, so we'll probably go with the humans this time around. Our realm name is gonna be, I don't know, Booty. It's gonna be called Booty Forth, because that's how we attack our challenges, ass first. All right, so we'll start on off here. We'll accept right there. It's going to generate for us a map, and we're going to decide where we wanted to start out. I kind of like, I don't know, I'm okay with starting out just about anywhere. We've got peaceful and untamed wilds. We could be on this sweet little island over here. That might be kind of rad. I'd be okay with that. We've also got a pretty sweet looking little island down here as, oh, never mind, that's a continent. Never mind, it's a peninsula, I think, is what it looks like. All right, well, let's go with something like right here, maybe along the coast. Apparently, our neighbors are ferocious. I don't know exactly what that means. Probably means they're going to attack us or try to hurt us or something. Maybe we pull it back on in from the ocean, and we just be like in this little area, right? This is like a nice little nook right here. We've got like our dwarven keep that we can force them to come after us at. Let's try that. We get to choose between 4 options here at the start. We can go with pioneers. They start with all kinds of stuff. They don't start with very much money, but they start out with seeds for planting. They start out with all the basics that you're going to need in order to survive. You can go with warriors. These guys right here, they don't start out with a whole lot of farming tools or anything else, but they do start out with a lot of weaponry and armor, which means that if you're in an area where you may be coming under attack pretty shortly, they might be the guys to go with. We have the hermit, which is one lone guy with a bunch of money starting off. I'll probably go with the pioneers, just because having access to farming in the early game seems to kind of matter. The name for our town will be, we'll go with an I right there. There we go. That sounds like Bootitan, though. I don't know. We'll go with Bootyton. There we go. That sounds good. Oh, we've started out with some water. We've got some food. We've got some potatoes and things. Let's depart. All right, so here we are on the first day of our arrival. We've got some K-Lite right there that it looks like we can possibly harvest. We've got a freshwater tributary over here, which looks pretty good, that I'm pretty happy with. I think I can live with it. It looks like we got some trees and things around. It looks like they're Iro trees, oak trees. Okay, I don't know what an Iro tree is, but an oak tree sounds nice. A couple of Iros over here as well, and a couple of oaks. All right, we've got our little dudes. We've got 5 guys. That means they're going to eat through our food pretty rapidly. So we're going to want to get started. Let's take a look at our settlers panel over here, and we can see what everybody's stats are and like what they're good at. We can take a look at the permissions, and I'm basically just going to enable anybody that's got higher than like a 2. Essentially, to do like those jobs. So yeah, we'll throw these guys in right here. We've got those right there. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me. I just want to make sure that our workflow is not interrupted as we go through the game. The only stopgap that we have right now is we don't have anybody that's particularly good at survival, and we don't have anybody that's particularly good at harvesting aside from Gev. So it looks like Gev is a farmer. Okay, we can change professions around. We got farmers, miners, stonemasons, carpenters. I don't think that's going to matter for right now. All that I really care about is we don't have anybody that's good at logging. I'm actually going to speed that up a little bit. I'll keep the people on mining as they are right now. And the first thing we're going to need is we're going to need access to some wood. And so anyways, let's start off by kind of like logging out like this entire area over here. It's always a good practice to log out whenever you're done with whatever it is that you're doing. And we are no exception to that rule. We are going to log out hard. It looks like we can plant some things. It looks like we've got melon seeds and we've got carrot seeds. I think I'll start off with some carrot seeds over here. It looks like we only have 10. So maybe we'll do just like a strip of carrots right there. We've got melons, so I'll do like a strip of melons right there. We've got a strip of wheat seeds, so we'll start out like so. And then maybe we'll plant like another oak tree. Yeah, another oak tree. We'll make like a little rectangle of oak trees over here for the future, just in case we end up needing more wood supplies. Close that menu on down. You can see our little guys running around. They're wonderfully animated. When they have to go over little ledges and stuff like this, you'll see that they actually climb and they struggle to get there, like, you know, trying to make it happen. I don't know where I'm going to build my city just yet. I haven't decided. But we do have the wood to make us capable of doing so. Do I have anybody on farming right now? Is anybody going to be doing my farming stuff? Skill permissions. Looks like we have harvesting. It looks like our forestry is over here. Our planting is over here. I'm going to have everybody work on planting for a little bit just to make sure this stuff gets done. They're not going to be moving a lot of objects around, but I feel like it's a smart idea to get our planting done about as soon as possible. So I'm going to start everything off. We're going to get people moving. I'm going to put them on a little bit of a higher speed because we do want to get further on into the game and check out what's going on. Yeah, grow my carrots. Grow my carrots. Yep, the carrots of empire. One cannot have great towering tapestries and great stone halls without access to carrots. Carrots and maybe melons, and maybe also like a little bit of wheat. But we're going to use the wheat for Hefeweizens, okay? We're going to use the wheat for beers. That is the only effective use of that stuff for a new burgeoning society. I do want to get some stone rocking, but I don't know if I want to dedicate to full-on mining just yet. Maybe we'll build something. I'm going to sort by walls real fast. I love that this game has like these little menus where you can sort by the stuff that you're looking for. It does make the headache go away a little bit. We'll make like a little, yeah, let's do like a little, yeah, that seems okay to me. We'll kind of bring that in. Have like a little door right there. Maybe we'll turn this into like a bedroom. Now let's get some floors. We got some wood planks over here, so we'll kind of drop those on in. I think there's doors and stuff in here too. Yeah, we got a door right there. A door seems like a good idea just for security's sake. I don't know how many fibers and things that we have right now. Oh, we have enough fibers to make the beds. Nice. Okay, so I'll make a bed like right there, and we'll make like a little bed right there. Little bed right there. These guys are probably not going to be mega stoked about sharing this entire little area. But you know what? Sharing is caring, and they need to learn to love each other. We have tasks at hand, things to accomplish, and I personally do not plan on sleeping out in the elements. This game can get quite rainy. It can get quite forest. You can have like rain and things falling from the sky that tend to make you wet. And I don't want that right now. Wetness is not approved at the moment. I want to sleep inside of a nice little warm domicile. So what you'll see is they'll start grabbing logs out of these little piles, whichever ones are closer, and they'll start putting in the floors, they'll start putting in the beds, they'll start putting in the walls, and I think that's going to be a really, really good start for us. As far as jobs go, maybe start like mining a little bit of this K-Lite over here, just to make sure that we have some extra stone supplies to rock with. This will probably be like the beginning of our first little strip mine that we're going to make for ourselves. I don't know if there's going to be empty chasms or anything down below, but it may be a good idea to just kind of like be aware of the fact that that might happen. We've got sleeping spots, so that's a big start. I think that's going to help out with everybody's mood, help them recharge and feel a little bit better as the days go by. You know, seasons change, time passes by, all that kind of fun stuff. Looky there, we got ourselves a bedroom. But they're not going to appropriately use it unless we use the rooms menu over here to be like, hey, this is a bedroom. Apparently, it has assigned a number of occupants for this area, and it's also given the room to somebody. I assume that they'll still just like use the beds and stuff. Like later on, we can definitely think about giving everybody their own individual bedroom. But for right now, hopefully this works. We've got stone chunks over here. I think the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want... Oh, we have cooked food too. What kind of stuff can I build over here? Can I make like a campfire? Yeah, there we go. So we got like a fire pit. Let's go ahead and make one of those right there. We got a fire pit, and I'm pretty sure in order for like a fire pit to work, it's got to have like stools and stuff next to it, so we'll surround it with our stool as well. Normally, you would not want to have your stool in the middle of town, but in this case, I feel like we can get away with it. And look at that. We get those bright and lovely lighting effects. Very nice. Okay, I think we can assign this as a room too, actually. Yeah, so we'll call that like a empty campfire area. I don't know what we can... Oh, we can purify water here, so we can actually open up the workstation and we can take a look. Looks like we can make coal out of wood. Oh, so we don't have anybody with the survival. Yeah, okay. So what we need to do is we need to take our workstation and we need to assign someone. There we go. So it took a little bit of finagling. I had to figure out how to do it. There's a lot of menus going on with this game, and so you can tell that, like, as time goes along, this game is going to have a lot of depth and, like, complication to it. But I needed to assign an owner over here, and we do that through the room management menu. So you go to this little guy right here, and there's this little tiny kind of, like, nondescript button right here. You click on that, and you can assign who actually, like, works here and who can take care of business. I put Rit Perwin because I'm pretty sure Rit Perwin is, like, our only person that has survival skills. Oh, never mind. It's Strim Keelith. Okay. So if it's Strim Keelith, what we need to do then is we need to go down to here. We need to edit this room. We need to kick you out, and then we need to add you as a worker over here. So there we go. You have been added as a worker, and that should allow us to bim bam bomb. There you go. Perfect. We also need a settler with the cooking skill assigned to it, apparently, if we want them to go through and take care of business. But for right now, purified water, coal, and ice chunks, that feels like an okay thing to me. I'm going to queue up so that we have a little bit of extra coal. Yeah, so we'll have like 25 coal right there. I feel like we still have enough logs lying around. Once we have coal, we can gather water and we can start increasing our water supply. You can also automate that process in like a certain way by building like a well room and stuff like that. But, you know, we'll kind of just like, wait a minute. This right here only has Gev Radwin assigned to it. So I'm thinking they may not use the beds. We'll have to keep an eye on them. I'll see if I can go back through, and we can go to rooms over here, and if we go to the campfire, can I still add, yeah, add Rit Perwin too, because she's got cooking skills. So that means we got 2 people that can actively use this thing right here. We have 70 raw food, and we do need to make some meals. So I think it's a good idea that we open up the production menu, we go to our campfire, and I feel like maybe... let's queue up a couple of carrots, I guess. Yeah. We'll make some roasted carrots, some roasted broccolis, some roasted cabbage. I don't even know what we have right now, in all honesty. I would have to go to my inventory selection. It looks like we have potatoes. It looks like we have carrots. It looks like we have broccoli. Okay, so we can do that. So we've got carrots. We've got broccoli. I don't know if we have cabbage, but hey, we'll make some meals and we'll see if they get to it. They should just, like, go do it. Yeah, it looks like they are, so they're taking care of business right now. It's important to note that every single one of these characters has a little menu down here that you should probably take care of. They've got hunger, they've got thirst, and they've got how much energy they have left. They're going to sleep after that's all done. I don't know exactly how the willpower factors into everything just yet. I haven't gotten there, but I assume at some point the willpower will matter. Looks like they tore up the ground right there. How long does this stuff take? It's mature in 106 hours. Okay, so that grows pretty quickly, in fact. Well, maybe not. We're looking at the clock over here. It's going to take a little while. But we have enough food that I think will be all right. We'll cook up what we can for right now, and we'll get it all rocking. And what I would like to do is we've got water gathering over there. I don't know if I want to build more houses just yet in order to get people all settled in and taken care of. Let's go ahead and I guess I'll queue up some jobs. We'll just deforest like crazy and get that going. And then maybe I'll make like a little medium storehouse over here just to get us rocking. And we already logged that. It looks like we can log the logs that are on the ground as well. I don't know if they give you quite as much as a tree gives you, but it seems okay to me. Yeah, we'll just knock down all the trees around here. Close that menu on off. I want to be able to see good. I've zoomed in on the map a little bit so you guys can see the action that's taking place. What is that, coal? Oh, very nice. Okay, so we've produced some of the coal that we needed. Looks like we got oak tree seeds over here. We will want to do kind of some replanting as time goes along. We've got apple trees as well. Maybe apple trees would be a good idea. We can eat off of them, and then we can also sort of like use them to chop down if it comes down to it. And then we'll go with some oak tree plantings over here. Maybe not that one. Maybe not that one right there. We've got all of our storage bins and stuff in the way right now. I'll probably do like a general purpose warehouse over on this side too. Oh, nice. He leveled up. Very cool. I don't know if that matters. I suppose we could take a look at his personnel roster and just kind of like see how that affects things. So it was Strim that leveled up. Okay. I don't see any big massive changes on Strim, aside from the fact that he's got a little bit more HP. Yeah, so apparently they get HP from leveling up. Okay, that's good. Nice to know. You guys get all the planting and stuff done, and if you need to sleep, go ahead and sleep. I don't really have... What are those right there? Squeakins? Hold up, I've never seen Squeakins before. Look at him. Look at those little bundles of pick. Look at his little portrait down here. He's adorable. It's a Squeakin. All right. Well, let's start off, and I would like to kind of... Oh, we haven't even roofed this area, though. We should probably do that. So I should probably, like, wood shingle that roof right there. There you go. Climb up on the roof and make it happen, Captain. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's going to, like, auto-sort once this is all done. I don't know if we have to build inwards or, like, how that's going to work. Roofs can be tricky, dude. Believe me when I say I've seen entire games tank because they couldn't figure out an algorithm to build roofs properly. And, like, they just got stuck on sort of this iterative process where, like, the roof would not build or it would get stuck halfway through, and they waste a huge amount of development time and process just trying to figure out how to get the roofs to work. Believe me, it's a real problem when it comes to games like this, figuring out how to make the roofs work. I think the RimWorld solution where the roof just auto-builds itself without the characters having to do anything was like a really, really sleek solution to that problem. You have a square. Is it sealed with a door? All right, clunk, 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 clunk. It auto-builds a roof across the top of it, and the roof is a square. It doesn't look fancy. It doesn't look nice. It is what it is. I think we have enough wood to really get this stuff going. I'd like to move all of our storage stuff inside, in all honesty. I don't know if they'll put it in barrels or like other crafted pieces of equipment, but I do think that it would be helpful. We've got a big stash of food right now. I'm pretty happy about that. When I started out as the Warriors, just to try this game out before I started playing it for the channel, they don't start out with like any food. Like they have to forage or like hunt everything, and it can be like a bit of a mess, in all honesty. I wonder if the roof, is it going to fill in this little area right here, or does that just denote that there's a roof on it already? Curious. I don't know. Do I have people assigned to building? I feel like people are not building right now. I bet it's woodworking is what it counts as. I'll bet you. Yeah, why not? Throw the 2s in there. Yep, that's what it counts as. You can see them studiously going to work right now, attempting to build walls, roofs, all that kind. Yeah, it looks like it's still falling inside of there. So my guess is that we're not quite done here yet. Oh, we've got a thing. I'm parched. Okay, go drink some water, dude. It says we have beverages. Go quaff them. Hit that Q key and quaff the hell out of that thing. I'm sort of wondering if the roof works like this. I gotta fiddle with the roofs, man. I'm gonna try this, but I can't guarantee that this is gonna work. I don't know if they're building the roof as the floor right there. As you can see, the props are like up above it, so this might be a really terrible idea. I might be installing roof as floor right now. I believe that we are installing roof as floor at the moment. And I believe they've all been trapped inside there as well, so beautiful. Luckily, we have a utility for that, so I can just kind of like break those down, and I can get us on out of here. However, roofing eludes me. I don't know exactly how to do the roofing. We've probably got a dirt floor right there right now, which would be my guess. Yep, there's a dirt floor right there right now, so I got to put the floor back in too. All right, put the wooden floor back in. There you go. Oh, that's a wall. Never mind. Don't do the wall. Don't do the wall. I clicked the wrong thing. All right, there we go. Put the floor back in. And I'm sort of curious how the roofing works then. So if we go up to like this layer right here, we can see that we have the beginnings of roof. But it doesn't look like you just drag and drop it over the top and it just like does it. There's got to be some... I wonder if we have to like build the wall up, then put a floor over the top of it, then roof over the top of the floor maybe. I honestly have no idea. I figured it out. Okay, you got to hold down the out key. So there's some intricacy to the way that this works. So there's our roof level right there, and so we got to do the same thing over here. It looks like they're doing stuff. And look at that. There's little shadows creeping across. We figured it out. We built a roof. We're no longer in the rain. Looks like I missed a roof slot right there. So I think we figured it out, though. I've got the roofing figured out. It was the addition of the Alt key that got me in trouble. So there you go. Roofs! We have roofed homes. Who knew that that would be such an adventure, trying to figure out how to do that? And all it took was left out. That's it. That's all. It says it on screen right now. It just took me forever to see it. I sat here being like, how do I put on a roof? What is going on? For a guy that used to be a roofer, I'm just saying, it was kind of like, how do I put on a roof? It's weird that I can put on a roof in real life, and I can't figure out how to do it in a video game. That's all that I'm saying. The secret to roofing, 5 3/8 inches, my son. That is the rule of all things roofing. That is the only measurement you will ever need to know. 5 3/8 inches for your shingles. You also got to learn how to cut a shingle straight with just a hooked razor. If you can't cut the shingle straight, man, you're never gonna make it. Jess P was born. Are you guys having sex and stuff without telling me? Were you guys like making lovemaking without saying anything to your boy? All right, so what do we want to store in here? Resources would be good. I think that would be a smart idea. I don't know how much resources we can stack up inside such a tight area. But, see, my thought was that maybe they would bring the crates inside of here. Instead, now I just have a room full of rocks. All right? I have a room full of rocks and a room full of, apparently, plant fibers. Okay. Maybe. Just maybe. Ah, so there you go. There you go. Put in a couple of barrels right there. I love storage in games like Nemoria. I can't help myself. I don't know if barrels are for liquid storage. This guy's sitting on the barrel, so that's fine. I don't know if I need to designate what gets stored inside these little bins. Suppose we could probably figure it out. Probably shouldn't take too much effort. Let me take a look at my props here. Yeah, we can probably do a couple of crates. There you go. Throw some crates in there, man. Great crates, mate. Oh, looky there. They're storing stuff inside of it. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to let them just kind of like tidy up the base for a little bit and put all the stuff inside of there that we need to go inside of there. I assume that the barrels are for holding liquids. That's the guess. Yeah, it is. The barrels are for holding liquids, and the crates are for holding like stuff and objects and things. Is there a way for me to modify that room? I have questions. Let's see here. Clothier, tannery. There doesn't seem to be anything that designates this as like a storage area. So I assume there's a menu or something that I'm missing where I can actually talk to the barrels and be like, hey, this stuff goes inside of here. Because they're not picking up the stuff off the floor either, interestingly enough. There we go. I'll just designate this area as storage for everything. That'll fix it. Listen, if you can't come up with a delicate solution, come up with a brute force solution, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. And like that, we're all filled up. Okay, we can gather up some water. I think that's a pretty good idea. There's a water gathering task over here that we can go for. And I think having some extra water would be a good idea. So you guys, like, head on over there and... Oh, they're sleeping right now. This guy's sleeping on the ground because he doesn't want to use the bed that's inside of here. Fair enough. Fair enough. They've gathered a little bit of fresh water over here, so that'll be good. If I can set up, let's go to our workshop, and if I can set up purified water. Yeah, there you go. Just make that happen. The question that I have is, are they going to gather the water as necessary in order to do each of these crafts, or am I going to have to make sure, like, by hand... It looks like the case has been made that I'm going to have to do it by hand. There is a way to automate that. We can create like a well room. I saw it on one of the rooms lists over here. Yeah, there's a well house. And if you assign somebody to the well house, I'm pretty sure that they'll sit around just gathering water till the barrels are full. And then this guy can just make water as necessary. So, like, we're getting to the crux of it right now. I do think that storage zones, do we have, like, fluids over here? Hey, there we go. They threw the purified water inside of the crate right there. Very nice. Okay, so let's think about the possibility of making this well house, because I think that's going to be, we've got food taken care of, now we've got to concern ourselves with water. So I think that building a little well house over here would not be a terrible idea. I don't know how big the well house needs to be. I'm going to make like a 4x4 because it just seems simpler. For the well house, actually, we can check the requirements. So for the well house, it's going to need a well and 2 barrels. So that might be a little too small. We might want to expand the size of this out a little bit. Now let's go ahead and we'll do a 5x5 then. There we go. Nice, neat little 5x5. And then we'll go and filter by... It obviously needs to have a door, right? It's got to have a door. We'll put a door in right there. Unfortunately, we are not great on wood right now. So I'm going to have to lumberjack my way across the landscape one more time, just to make sure that we have the things that we need. And as you can see, they're going to work over here. We're pretty good at destroying trees, dude. We're pretty... Oh, there's blackberries over here? Ooh, I love blackberries. Blackberries are amazing. Ooh. I'm a big fan of blackberries. We have blackberries where I live. They're all over the place next to the creek. All right? We got like a tributary that runs through here. And man, them blackberries sure love that tributary. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what about that. We'll throw that over there. And then we need a roof, obviously, so we'll go with a wooden shingled roof that we'll throw onto the top. I don't know if I put that on the right layer or not. I did not, so we'll cancel that real fast. And we'll throw that right there. There we go. Our well house now has a roof. The other thing that we're going to have to look for is we're going to look in props, and I need to see how hard is it going to be for me to dig a well. Actually, not that difficult. So put the well in the middle. And then it needs 2 barrels in order to function properly. So we'll just put a barrel right here and a barrel right there. We are going through wood supplies at a positively like criminal rate right now. Throw that in right there. And as soon as that's done, dude, we're like on a good path right now. I'm kind of enjoying myself at the moment. I love playing little games like this and just exploring and figuring out how the menus and the little systems work. Some people find that to be like frustrating or like irritating. I find it to be kind of like its own little adventure. Like there's this certain mastery, like Nomoria was a big love of mine. I played a lot of Nomoria. And knowing that game intricately and knowing every single menu and knowing how to do every single thing, even like intricate processes, was kind of its own exploratory adventure. And it was super satisfying after 50 or 60 hours, like knowing how to solve all these problems that before had me like scratching my head and Googling and trying to figure it out. I don't know. Some people don't enjoy that experience, but I do. I actually don't like looking at guides for stuff like this and just kind of like diving on in and doing my thing. So we've got a well house. We can throw that in right there. Congratulations on our first well house. With the well house, we can set somebody to be an owner. It looks like Strim is the only guy that can do that. So I guess we'll throw in Strim. And we'll see what happens with the water gathering. Rabbits have appeared on the map. Interesting. Interesting enough. This is going to be a workshop, isn't it? Yeah, it's a workshop. So we can get well water, actually. Okay. Yeah, Kua, is the well water, is it purified? Like all by its lonesome already? I don't get a tooltip on this guy right here. But pull out some well water. Looks like it's a pretty long process to pull out well water. Yeah, it looks like it just pulls out fresh water, so then we don't even need to boil or anything. Okay, that means we can go to our workshop over here, and we can disable the purified water job. There's no reason to do it, like we're good to go right there. They're pulling out fresh... Oh, it's fresh water. Where are they placing... They're just putting it outside? Oh, so we still need to boil the well water. Gotcha. Okay, so coal production is definitely going to be like a big part of this game, basically. We need to find a coal vein, or we need to basically make sure we always have a rotation of trees and whatnot in order to make this all work. I filled up all those crates already. Part of me wants to disassemble all these barrels so that I can just round this off with crates since My guess is that they're probably just going to have this be storage over here anyways. We can have unpurified water. And then purified water right there. There we go. Okay, it's all coming together, but this is Odd Realm. I'm really excited about this game. I've been trying to check back in on it like yearly, basically, just to sort of like see how things are going, because I do think this game is going to be like a contender. This is a project made by one guy, just like RimWorld, and like he's got really, really cool animations, and I love the little characters, and I love all the little like graphics and everything, and so I've been patiently watching it. But anyways, I thank you for joining me today. I hope I did my best to justify your attention. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. I may actually stream this one. I don't know. Check out my stream down below. You can also get the game down there. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today it was Odd Realm. Tomorrow it'll be something else. Bye, everybody.